Hey, this is Josh is Making Music. I thought for today's video I wanted to kind of explore what we could do with some pretty cheap gear. So I have here, this is an old synth I picked up off of eBay a year or two ago, a Casio MT-68. Definitely not what I would call cutting edge. I particularly dislike the mandolin. That's not what a mandolin sounds like. The reason that I wanted to use this synthesizer, and I'm using this pedal, so this is a Canyon delay and looper. I don't remember how much I picked it up for, but it really was not that much. And then over here I have the PO33 KO, was that I really wanted to explore what could be done with cheaper gear. And there's nothing wrong with getting expensive gear, but it's nice, I think, to explore what can be done with cheaper gear. And I know there's a little bit of ego in this video because I'm trying to claim that I'm going to be able to make something good using this, but I'm going to put it at the end and hopefully you'll agree. Now, the other reason that I wanted to use this is that I've got a delay pedal with it. Now, if you play a synthesizer and don't use any kind of like effect pedals, I know they're usually called guitar pedals, but I'd recommend checking them out. They add a lot of texture to the sound where instead of playing like, if I turn this delay on, now when I hit a note, it'll repeat like that. I'm also going to change the instrument so I can sound more like, just in my opinion, a much more interesting sound. Now, what I'm going to do for the song that I'm planning to make is I'm just going to have these kind of like arpeggios, and I am going to use the reverb that's built into the synth. It's not amazing, but it gets the job done, as well as the delayed vibrato. So on here, if I hold down these notes, you can hear how the delay kind of stacks them. If you have the vibrato turned on, there's a little bit of wobble in them. I just think it adds a lot of nice texture to it. So along with that, I'm thinking that I'm just going to go, I'll have something like, and also as a word of advice, if you're using a delay pedal, definitely don't hit a wrong note like I kind of just did, because then it's just going to repeat. Now over here, I've got the pocket operator. With this, I keyed in a pretty simple drum rhythm, which should be matched up to the rhythm of the delay coming out of the Canyon. So it'll go. The only other thing is I didn't want to use an expensive microphone since I felt like using a kind of like budget gear that would not really fit the theme. So I recorded the vocals for the track that I made on my smartphone. Smartphones are very expensive, but they're pretty ubiquitous, so I felt like it might be safe to assume that a lot of people have a smartphone at home. Really what I wanted to get across is that when it comes to music, the most important thing is just to do it. You don't need the best things to make good music. The song that I've put together with these is quite short, but I was quite happy with it, and hopefully as viewers you'll agree with that. So the only other things to mention were that for the vocals, I added reverb in Audacity using the setting small room dark, and I then applied an equalization using a built-in curve that was just called telephone. And here's the song.